Hello, Internet. It's Andrea again. I realize I haven't posted in a little while, and man, there's a lot of shadow on me today. Anyway, I haven't posted since last Wednesday, I think. It's Monday now. It is freezing cold here in Erie again. The temperature has just started to drop. We have another really cold, I guess they're calling it another polar vortex, but it's not going to be as bad. But we have another one moving in. It's supposed to be only like 5 degrees tomorrow, which is way better than it was last time, but it's still very, very cold. So I'm snuggled up on the couch with my dog here. There have been some goings on in my family lately that have kind of been keeping me from even thinking about doing any posts. My uncle passed away. He had a stroke about 20 years ago and has been living in assisted living since then. My mom has been his primary caretaker and guardian since then. So, it's kind of been a big responsibility for her and my family with him. And he just deteriorated really fast over the past week, and he passed away on Friday. Today actually would have been his birthday, his 70th birthday, so he didn't quite make it to 70, but almost. So the funeral was today. It was just small and private with my family, so my husband and I went to that. I didn't have to work today since it's also Martin Luther King Day. I hope everyone is celebrating that and remembering all the things that Dr. King did for us, because things certainly wouldn't be the way they are today without him. We still have progress to make, obviously, in a lot of fronts concerning civil rights, but, he really paved the way and he did a lot of good. He was a very important man in our culture, to say the least. So I hope everyone is remembering him today and seeing just how much of an influence he made. Especially here in the Erie community, we've had a lot of violence lately. It's not uncommon here, but it seems like every day you're hearing about another shooting. And actually, one of the African American leaders around here was talking about pushing Dr. King's nonviolence. He's stressing that, and I think that's really important. In this country right now, is to remember that he did everything peacefully, and we should follow that example. So, like I said, my uncle passed away. My mom has been getting better. She was very, very sick over the holidays. I won't go into it too much, but she is getting better, and I'm grateful for that. My grandmother recently moved in with my aunt on the other side of the state. So, honestly, my family's kind of getting to a point where they're getting breaks, where they're not having to do as much. They're not as responsible for as many things. And I think that's good because my parents are getting older at this point. They're both in their mid-50s. So, I see, my uncle's passing obviously is a sad thing. But, in another way, he's not suffering anymore because obviously he went through a lot with having a stroke and not being able to communicate or walk very well, and things like that for the past 20 years. So also, he's in a better place, and, my family, I think they're, getting to be in a good place. When I say my family, I mean, my parents, basically. I live very near my parents. They're very important to me. But, okay, now that I've gotten that out of the way, what's been going on with me, I do, of course, have an agenda for this video. I've been trying to keep an agenda every time so I don't just ramble, unlike what I just did there, trying to explain my personal life at the moment. This one I want to talk a little bit about possibly bringing up the idea of adoption to my family and how I've been feeling in terms of deciding to adopt rather than keep pushing forward so much with trying to conceive. I have not told my family anything about possibly adopting yet. The only thing I've ever done is I once talked to an adoptive family a couple years ago, just to kind of get some initial information from them about their adoption that they did. They did healthy infant adoption, so obviously that's not the way I'm planning to go. So it'll be a little different, but I mentioned that to my mom, and she saw it as a good thing that I was looking at every route that's available to me. So I don't think this is going to be a problem with talking to my family about it, really. I think they might be concerned when I tell them that I really want to do foster adoption, go through, the kids waiting for a family, and I'm leaning more towards adopting a child who's special needs, simply because of my background and because I think I'm the kind of parent who would be able to handle that kind of thing. Kellen as well. To be able to give a kid in that situation a really good life when they might not otherwise have that chance. So that's what Kellen and I are leaning towards right now. I think my family might caution me against it, but I think if I can, give them the details about how special needs children who are adopted get a lot of financial help through the state and things like that to take care of their medical conditions, that they might not be as wary about it. So I want to inform them as much as possible when I really do decide to talk to them about it, but I think I'm going to wait until maybe I've started the process, at least applied to an agency or something like that. I don't want to prematurely say anything to them in case, we were to change our minds, or lo and behold, somehow I got pregnant in the next few months. Not to say that I wouldn't still consider adoption if I were to get pregnant, because, I could see myself doing that, for sure. Now that I'm so excited about it, to be honest. My husband's family, his father, I have a feeling, will be very accepting, will be very, happy that no matter what our situation, we still want to create a family. So I know he'll be supportive. I know he'll be glad to help us in any way he can. Kellen's mother, I think she may struggle with it a bit. I don't know for sure. Like I said before, she's very hard to read. But I worry a little bit about how she's going to react to it. I worry about things she might say to me, not meaning to be mean, but could hurt my feelings very easily because she has in the past. And like I said, I don't think she really means it, but it's happened. And like I said, I like her very much. It's just, she can be hard to read, and she's kind of the one out of all of our parents and everything that, we have the most trouble getting along with. She has very different views than Kellen and I, and that's perfectly fine. I would never want to change her viewpoint or anything like that, but it makes some of our choices a little difficult for her to handle, and that's understandable. It is what it is. So really, overall, I'm not that concerned. I think everyone in time will accept it. It just might take some more explaining to some people than others, what's entailed and everything before they feel comfortable with it. But I think overall everyone will be happy that, despite everything Kellen and I have been through, that we're still doing everything we can to start a family, that, we've just chosen a different route, but they'll be happy with it. So that's what I'm hoping for, and that's actually what I'm expecting. It may take time, but I think it will happen. The other thing is how I've been feeling in terms of making this decision. Like I said, I'm very happy about choosing adoption and wanting to do this, and I've checked some books out of the library and started reading different things, and I've gone on different websites, and I'm finding out a lot of information that's been really helpful and really comforting to me. So that's just helping me along the process and really making me even more excited about doing it. I've even gotten a chance to look at the Pennsylvania registry where all the children who are waiting for adoption are on there, and I've gotten to, look at some of the pages. I realize that by the time I'm approved and everything, those kids may not even be on there anymore, but it's kind of neat just to see, all these kids that are out there. So that made me even more excited. On the other hand, it's very new, so in terms of not trying to conceive anymore, like I said, I've not really stopped. The way Kellen and I are phrasing it is that we're not trying, not preventing. So if it happens, cool. If it doesn't, okay. I think I said that before in the blog, actually. The thing about that is it makes my life with Kellen, I don't know, I think a little easier. Like I said before, that there was a lot of planning of intimacy and stuff like that, and that really blows. And now we don't have that on our backs, so it's kind of happens whenever we want it to happen, and it's a lot better. And there goes the people downstairs have been extremely noisy lately, so every time the dog can hear them, and he starts helping out. So I apologize for him, but at the same time, I don't apologize because I'm sick of being bothered by the people downstairs. Sorry to vent in that nature, but it was coming. Kupo, you're fine. The thing is that I think it makes us happier, honestly. It gives us a better bond. There are more things that we can think about when we're not obsessing over, trying to have a baby. It's just made things easier on us, I think. He notices that I'm happy, and that's really good. And I can't believe the dog is still barking. Kupo, come here. Come here, Kupo. He usually won't come if he's actually a really good guard dog, I guess, because he barks at anything he thinks is near my door, even if it's somebody downstairs. That's also another thing that Cal and I are talking about. Like I said, that we want to move, and just from the way our neighbors have been lately, it's making it even more apparent that we need to move. This would not be the best environment to bring a kid into, we're pretty sure. So yeah, we really do want to do that in the coming months, hopefully. So overall, I'm doing very well with the decision to adopt, and I don't know, I guess it's not what I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be more difficult. I thought maybe I would have to sell myself on it more, but really, once I started looking into it, and like I said, watching, the little couple with their adopted kids and stuff like that, it just, I don't know, it just like won my heart over, and that's what I wanted to do. And here's Kubo now. Hi, honey. Hi. You want to say hi to the camera? Say hi. I'm having to push his face, and he's like, no, Mama, no, I don't want to look at them. As you can see, I love my dog to death. I don't know what I would do without him. Mwah. So, really, I think I'm in a good place. I'm glad for what I've decided and what I'm doing to prepare and things like that. As I get along in this, I will keep posting. There's a lot involved in the adoption process. There's a lot of emotions involved in just everything that Kellen and I are going through right now. So I will definitely keep updated on that. I will probably talk about, the process and, how I'm doing just in general with, he's licking me, just with my health and, even how I'm doing in terms of, trying to conceive as well, if I've had any progress or anything that's like that. So I guess I'm trying to keep my options open, and he's licking me inside of my ear. Oh God, I love this dog. So yeah, that's really all I have to talk about this time. Still very happy, still very enthusiastic, hating that there's so much shadow in this video, but I'm comfy on the couch, so I wasn't going to move to make it look better. Sorry. But yeah, I know this started out as kind of a infertility conception vlog, and now it's turning into an adoption process vlog, but that's the kind of thing that happens. That's how life goes. And, I'm excited to just move along and keep going with life and hope to build my unconventional family, because I'm an unconventional person. So, that's the way my life goes, and I think I wouldn't have it any other way. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you guys sometime later this week or maybe over the weekend. Alright, bye.